face. And I thought life was over. I feel just unstoppable when I've got my makeup on, you know? I'm just Tanya. Hello everyone, this is Burn Beauty 2018, and thank you for joining me today. I have been putting off doing a video using drugstore makeup because we all need that, you know. Even pre-pandemic we needed it, but now post-pandemic, man, things are tough. You can't always buy the brands that you want. And what we're going to do today, I'm going to test out basically foundation, because that's the most important thing. For me, I can pick up any eyeshadow and make it work. My favorite eyeliner is made by NYX anyway. You know, it's NYX Epic Ink Liner is just my absolute favorite. So I use that daily unless I'm using my cream eyeliner, which is when I'm doing my real nice fancy wings. I like to use cream eyeliner because it's a lot easier to control than an ink. So when I'm using cream, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills, but again, that's expensive. So this is e.l.f. Skin Toner. Pure Skin Toner with oat juice, aloe juice, and niacinamide. Always tone before we start. See if I can get the same look out of my chosen foundation as I get out of my Dermablend. And it's super important to my burned skin. The Dermablend foundation is kind of thick and velvety if you've used it, not thick. If it's thick on your face, you're using too low. And I always prime with different primers, but you definitely need to prime. So what I have here is NYX Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Primer, and I love this enough that it is part of my regular beauty routine now. And you notice it comes out a little bit colored. It's a radiant primer, but I'm going to use a pretty good amount. It is very moisturizing to me, like very. When I touch my face, it doesn't even feel like skin. And you know, you see, you put it out, it's got just a little bit of color to it, but that's okay. I got mine. Mine is just a regular Radiant Perfecting Primer. And so the perfecting is the part I wanted to go for. Because when you have these scars and burns and things, the main thing you want to do is not particularly smooth out the skin. It is even out the color of the skin. And sometimes all these little bumps, they're little and you don't see them. There's like little ridges in there. All these little bumps, when they're not filled in with primer, kind of make it very evident that your skin tone is not quite right, that something is off. So let's see if this works today. I'm gonna let this dry for a minute. I, of course, chose L'Oreal 24 Hour. I looked at the color. This color obviously looks too dark for me on the package, but this is L'Oreal 24 Hour Full Coverage Weightless Fill Foundation. Their burn survivors use other foundations, and they work for being full coverage enough to even out the skin tone. That is our goal. It is our only goal. You cannot get rid of your scars. You can only enhance your beauty, and you can even out your skin tone. So let's see if I got the right color. Oh no, that's not that. Yay. Yay. Nailed it. Y'all thought I was doubting myself. Y'all's wrong. And my color wonderfully. Let's see right here. This is the most important part. It's going in every direction. I'm so nervous. Let's see what I can do. Then I see a lot right here. See right here? I'm gonna have to build that up. And even, you can even out the texture to a degree because there are these small divots that are in my skin grafts that you can't really see them. But like when I went to get my brows microbladed, you know, that fine needle of the, well, they weren't being microbladed, they were being tattooed. And that fine needle was, you know, hitting those divots and it was causing it to be like squiggly. I mean, it didn't get, she kept it from being that, but it was very hard for her to control the tattoo gun because of those divots. So if you think about that, I think that the most important thing is primer, definitely even the skin tone out. And definitely prime your face. So I think that what I want to do, let's see, it doesn't look bad at all. It's not bad at all. Not at all. That up there, that light color is where my scar is, where they put my face back on. It's really not bad. So I'm gonna need to build this up a little more than I would for Dermablend. That's the only thing. And that can be expected with this or any liquid foundation. I need to build the coverage, build the coverage, build the coverage. Yeah, this is good foundation too. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I would say it's not more than $10. L'Oreal Infallible, 24-hour wear. So the thing that bothers me the most about my face is this little point right here where, you know, this was a skin graft and it was darker. It is never completely lightened up. NYX, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And it is matte finish up to 24 hours. And the color is natural. So I'm going to use some of that right here to get rid of this darkness. Because remember, what's our goal? Even out the tone. Even out the tone. Then I'm going to come down my nose with it with a little bit of contour, because if you've got something that wonderful there, why not use it? I'm also going to do under my eyes. And right here is your free instant facelift. Right here. Free instant facelift. Now, this is a Morphe brush by Jaclyn Hill, and it's an anything cream brush. She calls it anything creamy. And it works great for anything creamy, like your concealer. That is nice. I'm in $8 foundation. Then the question is, oh, is it gonna stay, right? I know what you're thinking. Well, I don't see why it wouldn't. I'm still gonna set it. I primed with the NYX primer, which I find to be good enough for my everyday makeup usage. The NYX Cannabis Sativa Oil Primer. Don't want to take this color off because this is helping us even out our skin tone. And sometimes evening out your skin tone is a matter of adding light and dark where you want it to be. So that is L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. We're not done yet though. As much as we're makeup addicts, still gotta eat, and things are just not the same as they used to be. You know, I am fortunate enough to, you know, save up my Ulta points and buy the makeup that I want, or, you know, like something new you see or whatever. But just because it's new doesn't always mean that it is better. you can still be quite beautiful. And especially if you're new to this, sis, do not run out and buy, and spend $500 on your makeup if you've not worn makeup or if you've not done your makeup since you've been burned. This is a whole different ballgame. Okay, so we have the Infallible Setting Powder, light medium. So let's set right under here with the powder. So I'm using, again, a Morphe brush, and this brush is designed for baking. This is your baking brush, but I don't bake. But it's great just for getting the setting powder up under your eyes and on your lids without destroying your brows. Now right here, ooh, it's getting really dark right there. Right, so I need to get my big brush and get after it, because that's looking really, really dark. Okay. So setting powder, we leave it on for 2 minutes. Always while I wait for my powder, my setting powder to set, I will do a little bit of NYX NYX Professional Makeup Brow Tint Pen. Okay. It's watering. So one thing I like to do that I think is just the greatest trick ever is if you've got your e.l.f., this is an e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. It's a pressed powder and it's a blurring powder. So the way I remove my excess setting powder is by using the same brush and going right in after it. Going right into the same makeup. So I'm taking off the setting powder and putting on the blurring powder. And do you see the change that took place in my face? But looky here, I've got some NYX. I got a NYX contour palette. Now it is powder, and I normally use liquid. I'm sorry for all the stuff you're falling, because I'm I'm a hot mess right now, y'all. I'm doing too much. So 3 steps to sculpt. This is the hollow of your cheek. This I will put right above that. And then this is the lightest color will go under your eyes, down your nose. And we're going to start with the lightest color. And I'm going to get right up here in that same spot I don't like, down my nose, and under my eyes. I like to put a little bit of light color on my upper lip because it's darker there. And again, we're trying to just even things out. Now, we're going to come in to our cheek and make the hollow of our cheek, where every move that we make is going to be an upward motion when we are contouring. That is how we look young and beautiful. Never contour down. You'll go too low. You'll pull it down here, and I've seen that. I think it's like a skeleton contour, and that's probably great if you're like a skeleton, or if you're 20-something and just doing the trendiness. But for us, and by us, I mean 49-year-old ladies, that's gonna make us look old. Not today. Not today. Oh, I missed one. I did the dark before I did this little color, but I always do that medium color. I just throw it in there. And I meant to put some dark up here. The dark color that goes, the darkest color that goes under into the hollow of your cheek, also goes on your forehead. And it's nice. It's a lot less pressure. This is definitely where you want to start. And this is what I used for the longest time. I wouldn't dare try to get a cream contour. See where your contour is coming? It's going all up underneath your eye, down here. Down here, up under the eye. And then what do? We gotta blend that out, baby. And this is NYX. I love it because that was a super easy way to put on some contour. Pro Sculptor by Beauty Junkies. It is my favorite thing to blend contour with. It is not a Morphe brush. It is by Beauty Junkies on Amazon. And it is called a Pro Sculptor. And come down your nose. You're not leaving all that darkness on your nose. And you're not leaving all that light on your nose either. Come on down it. Get on up here, because remember, kind of push up towards your, kind of push up, towards your hairline. And then get in here to this cheek line. Make sure that you've got this in. This is pretty. And there are cream contours you could buy. I just chose to buy the powder contour because using this makeup, I thought, well, this is really good for beginners too. It's good through budgets and it's good for beginning makeup. You're not spending a fortune on it. That face is dead. No matter who you are, you should wear some blush. Here's some blush by Milani on Amazon. This color is Coralina. And it's a real pretty pink. If you're going to invest in something to do makeup, let it be your brushes. Morphe blush brush. You notice it's not real wide and thick because you don't need that much. You don't need that much. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Our blush is on. I am just using a highlighter that I have. It's an e.l.f. highlighter, but it's old. It's a little junky. Use it all the time. Highlight here, then highlight up on your cheeks, right here. Then this thing that you've done to the tip of your nose, you don't want that to be just like really, really standing out too much. But trust me, if you leave it there for a minute, your setting powder is going to take it out. Or your setting spray. Got a good base on, don't we? You could go anywhere from this base. And I'm putting on some lip oil that's made by Lady Gaga. And I like to wear it around the house. And just to keep my lips good and moisturized. They get super dry. This is lip oil in Hue. The color is Hue. So that's super pretty. Okay, so while we're waiting for the glue to dry on our lashes, because this is a whole look that we just did with the drugstore makeup. This lash on. If you let the glue dry long enough, then the lash goes on very easily. I normally would bronze and I forgot to do it. I use Morphe. I did not buy a special bronzer for this because the Morphe bronzer, Morphe 2, is quite affordable. I know it's under $20. You're going to use it forever. This color that I use is Bronze Show. So, and I use a Morphe brush, and it is designed specifically for, I've already done my blush, so I'm not going to do the big three, but this brush is designed specifically for bronzer. And when you do bronzer, you just want it to hit the spots on your face where the sun would hit. Isn't that pretty? Let's give it a little more lip oil. The House Laboratories, which is Lady Gaga. It's really a big deal for me to do that and not wear a lip liner because I don't really have the shape to my upper lip, but the shininess of the oil seems to be just making it okay, you know? This is NYX Dewy Finish. Spray it down, girls, because so what we have here is a full face of Drugstore brand makeup. NYX, e.l.f., some Morphe, some Milani. I did use the House Labs lip oil. I didn't think about that when I did it, but I love to use this stuff on my lips just to, when I don't really want any lipstick. I will list all the products that we used, and just know that it's about the technique. It's not always the product, you know. Not all products are created equal. I won't say that, but you know, a budget is a budget, and with the right technique, you're gonna come out beautiful either way. My face almost looks better than it normally does now. I won't get crazy and say I'm gonna switch completely over from my Dermablend, but I'm really bright. I think I might need to change colors on my Dermablend, so I learned something by doing this. What do y'all think? Pretty? Whatever you're going through, please remember that this too shall pass. Bye.